Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of The Vineyard. This is a new book from AfterShock Comics. You guys know I've been checking out a bunch of AfterShock stuff, and it's been so good. Really been enjoying it. So I'm always going to check out a number one just to get the feel of it, and I want to let you guys know how I feel about it as well. So let's take a look at the creative team first of all. This is written by Brian Hawkins with art by Sami Kivelä, Jason Wordie on colors, and Taylor Esposito on letters. So I'm not very familiar with the team other than Wordie and Esposito definitely appear in a lot of books as coloring and on the letters. So I was interested in figuring out more about Hawkins and Kivelä. Kivela's name also sounds familiar, so if you have something to recommend from either one of those creators, leave it down in the comments. This book, The Vineyard, is a family-owned winery that sows and reaps by the blessings of the great god of wine and revelry, Dionysus. However, the vine's family patron's god requires complete devotion in the form of 4 sacrificial killings a year before each harvest. This has been done in unfettered obeisance, but all of that changed when family's patriarch, Daddy Vines, was in a horrible accident that left him paralyzed and in a wheelchair. Now the sacrificial murderous duties of the Vines families have fallen to the wife and matriarch, Marantha Vines. With harvest season fast approaching and the family short of their annual sacrificial killings, Marantha's struggle with her conscience puts all of her family, husband, son, and daughter in jeopardy. The Vineyard is what happens when family values and other worldly obligations collide. I went into this book not knowing the premise of here, but it was I very quickly figured out what was going on. So let's talk a little bit about the art as we get into it. I think Kivelä and Wordie just really make it like this is the opening page, really impactful. Like as soon as I opened this page, I was like, oh yeah, I want to read more. I want to know more of what's going on. And we start turning. This is all even before the credits page, I believe. If I remember correctly, we get this big splash page of like just the winery and how the sacrifice happens, and you don't really know why people are doing this. And then we move on to the wine. So if you're somebody that loves wine, I think you're really gonna enjoy this book. There's so many pictures, like so much wine all over the place. But also, if you like something with a little bit more of a thriller or a horror vibe to it, a little tone to it, this was definitely right up your alley. As you can see here, as they sleep, we have these nymphs in the background. They are the nymphs of Dionysus. Really, really cool, just kind of lurking in the background. And then the team really, really mixes in well, like the everyday, the mundane, with all the action stuff that's happening, right? That we see. This is the guy that we saw from the previous pages. But this was one of my favorite pages of the book. Just the tree, just the way it looks, the characterization of Dionysus in this form of the tree. This is where they got to bring the sacrifices. It's really interesting stuff. It's a very sexy book, I will say. And like I said, there's a lot of wine on it. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun thriller, I think. If you like family, corruption and struggles and stuff like that, we get to see a lot of really interesting characters. So I quite enjoyed it. So you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.